So I was fortunate in that I was able to get into and selected for the paid version of ChatGPT to start looking at that and evaluating that. And I'm going to share with you what that's all about, the paid version, so you can decide whether you want the free version or the paid version. But right now, this is real early stages. You know, I'm an early person on this, and this is going to take some time to roll out. It's going to start rolling out in the United States, and then it's going to roll out to the world. But I've got it early here as far as for me, and I'm going to share that with you. Now, the most important thing right now is that this course is 100% done on the free version. So nothing here you're going to see in the course that requires you to buy a paid version. Everything you're seeing is the free version, and the speed at which ChatGPT is responding is 100% on the free version, being done in my basement where I do my filming on Wi-Fi with my kid on YouTube and my wife watching something on Netflix or streaming something. So I got a lot of pressure on it. So I don't have a high-speed line in that respect. So it's all in free version. Nothing's optimized. So that's what you're seeing in the course. And some of the questions we're going to have access or answer for you in this lesson is, how can I tell if I have access to the pay version? You know, when you do get it available, how can you tell if you can get it? What is the difference between free and paid? It's very slight, but I'll tell you the differences. How much does it cost? At least initially, it could change. And would you recommend one over the other? And I will definitely give you a strong recommendation at the end of this lesson as far as which way to go. So with that, let's get started and show you how you can tell if you've got access maybe right now or when you might get access to it. Okay, so when you log into your ChatGPT account, the way to tell if you have access is it'll say here, upgrade to plus. So it might say something like new, or there might be a check mark or something, but they'll have something that'll say something like upgrade to plus. They might change that, or say upgrade to ChatGPT plus. There might be some slight changes, but that's how you can tell if you have access to it. Now remember, right now as I'm recording this video, I have very, very early access, earlier than most people in the world. So don't be disappointed if you don't have access yet. It's coming if you want to get the paid version. So this is how you can tell if you have access. Do you see this off to the left-hand side, upgrade to plus? All right, so that's how you can tell access. Now let's talk about what's the difference between the free and the paid version. Well, if I click on the upgrade to plus, it has a little pop-up. Again, this could change, but right now they've got a little pop-up that talks about what's the free plan and what's ChatGPT plus, the paid plan. And by the way, for me right now, that is $20 a month for USD, right? So when you have access to it, it should be in your currency, and it might be the same, it might be different, I don't know. You know, this is still early time. So the free plan, you know, basically it's available when demand is low, standard response speed, and regular model updates, right? So that's what you get with the free plan. Again, the course is 100% done in the free plan, so you're seeing the responses that I'm getting right now, right? With the upgrade plan for the $20 a month, you get a couple other things. One is it's available when demand is high. That's actually kind of an important thing, because sometimes you'll get error messages where it'll say, you know, ChatGPT is at capacity. You might say, I've already seen this, and you have to come back in or wait for a notification or refresh your browser or something like that to try to get in. So it's locking you out. So you can get access even when demand is high. With the free version, you might get that error message saying, you know, demand's too high, you can't access it at this time. And if you're a real power user of it, and I'm sort of, but if you're a real power user of it, you know, this might be an advantage for you. The other aspect of it too is sometimes you may get an error message where it'll lock you out where it says you have too many requests in 1 hour. So if you're doing lots and lots of requests, you know, that's on the free plan, you might give you a lockout thing. They're really trying to manage their capacity because they're really getting overwhelmed because it's so popular, right? But with the pay plan, you know, I haven't seen any of that where I've been locked out from capacity or error messages or anything. Then in terms of you're going to get a faster response speed. So right now, I'm saying that's about 10% faster. So what you're seeing in the course and the response speed, you might get like 10%, 15% faster with the pay plan, but I could see that really going up. You know, if they want to really make a differentiation. I mean, for $20 a month, you got to have more. It's got to be good on the free plan and have people want to use it, but then you need to make it really super fast with that. So you might want to try the free plan, and then you could always test out the plus plan, right? But that would be something we'll see if it really makes a difference. Right now, it's so fast, you know, it's not, to me, it's not a big difference, but that could be a difference going forward. Regular model updates, you know, that's just normal updates to their thing, but this will give you priority access to new features. If you gotta get something for your money, right? If you're going to buy this plan, you get priority access to new features. You know, so depending what that feature is, again, we're real early here. Maybe there's something that you really, really want, then you might want to upgrade at that time because you want that priority access to it. And one thing I could see too, I haven't seen this yet, this is my speculation, is let's say you're in the free plan of ChatGPT, which I am here, and I ask it a question like, what is a hori knife? It's a gardening tool. And what you could do is it'll give you a response, right? Maybe it'd be a second or two faster with the pay plan, but I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden you start seeing ads maybe on the free version. I haven't heard anything about that. Maybe that'll happen, maybe it won't, but that could be something too where you have pop-up ads or ads based on your questions in your search history. Maybe you have an ad pop up. I intentionally in the video put up this ad, so this is not something that's actually happening right now, but I could see that. As opposed to like a Wikipedia, which is more surviving or doing well from donations, with big companies like Microsoft, which has like 49% stake in ChatGPT and just the revenue potential of ChatGPT, it would not surprise me to see with a free version if there was a free with ad model. So be watching for that. Okay, so what is my big recommendation? And I have a strong recommendation on this, and the recommendation is to use the free version. Start with the free version, use it. It might be perfectly fine for all you need. I'm perfectly fine with the free version right now, and I'm using it a lot. I mean, a whole lot. Now, if the speed difference becomes big, or if there's some new features, something where it's worth $20 a month, that's a pretty steep price for what the difference is right now that I'm seeing in this early versions. Maybe it'll be worth it, so be watching for new features and stuff, but I would not recommend going into the $20 a month or the pay plan unless you're really a power user of it and you're really frustrated by being locked out at times and it's impacting your ability to be productive, maybe, then especially as ChatGPT scales, then maybe it'd be worth it. But right now I'd say start with free, see how that works, and then you can tell if it's worth it to go to the pay plan. So either way, you have a free plan or a pay plan. That's what's the early information on the pay plan. And right now, again, everything in the course is done in the free plan, and I would certainly recommend stick with the free plan and playing around with it and get comfortable with it. Then you can make a good decision whether you want to go up to the pay plan later on.